What's up guys, it's your boy Chaotik, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming combat event, Umbral Monument. Now, Umbral Monument is supposed to be our high difficulty combat mode in Arknights Endfield, but because of the fact that this event was, well, it was previously an event, now it's permanent, but due to the fact that it was an event in the previous closed beta test right before the launch of Arknights Endfield, I'm now able to set your expectations and show you the beginning of the event at the very least, because I was able to complete normal mode. Agony mode I did not complete, and it does look like there is a bit more content that was not in the beta. Those Forsaken by the Land was the part of the event that was in the beta, but Inorganic Construct, no idea what that is. So I'm going to be giving you a quick informational tour, I guess, of what to expect in those Forsaken by the Land. But before we get into any of that, a word from our sponsor. As someone who plays a lot of games that are monetized heavily, like Arknights, and there are plenty of packs, or Arknights Endfield, which has a lot of banners that are really close together, I know the value of a discount, and I know a lot of other people are looking for discounts as well. Well, look no further than Loot Bar. Loot Bar is your one-stop shop for purchasing in-game goods for your favorite mobile games while purchasing these very digital goods at a discount. Loot Bar provides a ton of discounts for various mobile titles. Just choose your game of choice, select one of the many in-game items, and once you enter code IamChaotic and check out, log into your account via Loot Bar's secure login services and select the pack that you purchase via the website. Loot Bar is trusted by many mobile gamers with tons of reviews that are publicly available online, and you just saw me use the service for myself. So if you'd like to save money on either Arknights or Arknights Endfield, use my links located in the description and the pinned comment below, and use my code IamChaotic to save towards your next in-game purchase. Thank you, Loot Bar, for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. All right, so the whole purpose of this video is to set your expectations. I don't want anyone coming into this event thinking they're about to do something that's groundbreaking and unique to Arknights Endfield. Unfortunately, this is something that's more of the same that we've seen in other games like this. So just kind of set your expectations a little low until Arknights Endfield decides to add a little bit more mechanics to the game, which we usually don't see until a little bit later into the game's lifespan. I don't know when this game plans on doing it, but yeah, this is pretty much more the same in terms of a combat event. Now, there are two game modes of this one. There's a normal mode and an agony mode. Normal mode is meant simply for you to just go in, defeat the enemies, get your rewards, and you can wipe your hands clean with the event. But if you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, you can do the agony mode. There is a medal, a trimmed medal for completing the agony mode. You do get a medal just for completing normal mode as well, but the trimmed engraved medal is the one that we should all be aiming for if you're into a challenge. Now, once you complete all the stages for the first time, you're going to get some rewards. It's just a variation of these items that you see on the bottom. Nothing too spectacular, but this should help with you building your additional teams so that you don't just have the one team that we were all focusing on at the beginning of the game. You should have already started building your second team by now, but it just depends on how much time you've had to play the game. Now, this is the Those Forsaken by the Land series event, just to make sure you're very clear with what to expect. This is a Landbreaker event. You're going to be fighting Landbreakers. In fact, I have the game pulled up right here just to show you what to expect in terms of what enemies to fight. All right, so to kick this event off, there's going to be 3 sections that you're going to be fighting a variation of enemies in. The very first section is going to consist of these enemies. So you're going to be fighting these guys with the arrows. They're going to be in a little square-like area. They're just going to be right within range of each other. I believe the whole purpose of this is to use AoEs against them, but you don't necessarily need AoEs to defeat them. Just in order to get that time, you're going to need AoEs. Then there's also going to be these enemies after you defeat a certain number of the originals. And once you defeat both of those, I don't know why they added this one, but you're going to be fighting a number of worms to end things off. Once you complete all of that, you defeat all the worms, you've completed the first section. Very simple, very straightforward. You're not going to have any trouble with that. All right, so for the second mission or the second tier within this event, you're basically going to be fighting a nice variety of annoying bone crushers. All right, so you're going to start off by fighting the Elite Ambusher. This is a ranged unit. You're just going to have to get in close and just kick his ass as quickly as possible. There's a few of them. nothing to really worry about. And then they're going to start spawning some Bone Crusher Rib Tusks. I don't remember if it's going to be at the same time as the Elite Ambushers or, you know, shortly afterwards, but you're going to have to deal with these dogs too. Now, they're also going to spawn the Bone Crusher Vanguard, and then right after summoning the Bone Crusher Vanguard, I believe they summon the Elite Rip Tusks. Now, I don't remember if it's the Vanguards first or the Rip Tusk, but it's these two next. And then to finish everything off, you're going to be fighting the Bone Crusher Siege Knuckles. Not really a difficult enemy, very tanky, and if you're unprepared, you can probably sneak a nice couple licks in, but if you've been building your characters since the end of the story, you should really have no problem with this. Very easy enemy. We fought him before, so nothing special. Now, as for the third tier, you're going to be fighting a combination of, you're going to be fighting two specific enemies. It's going to be the Bone Crusher Executioner, and it's going to be the Ballista. All right. Now, what's going to make this fight unique is you're going to see them jump between each other. You're going to reduce the health of one of them, and then they're going to switch. You're going to reduce the health of the other one, and then they're both going to come onto the field with a certain number of health, and then you're going to fight them both at the same time. Now, this isn't any like groundbreaking mechanics or anything. It's just a nice little twist to the format a little bit. It's a little fun how they just kind of swap between the two and then had you fight both of them. I'm just hoping in the future they start adding a little bit of mechanics in here so that we're just not fighting some really tanky enemies the entire time. But that will be the extent of the event. Now, once you complete all three, as I mentioned before, you'll get your medal, and then you'll have the opportunity to go and get the trimmed medal as well for fighting all the same enemies in the agony mode. Now, I didn't complete agony mode. I don't know if there's any surprises in that one, but at least for those players who just want to get the original medal and just complete everything, pretty much everything I said was the normal mode of the event. Now, the part that I'm not familiar with is Inorganic Construct, which will be available on the 26th. And I also don't know what Monumental Etching is. Now, it does say those forsaken by the land. It's very possible that it could be a different variation of those same enemies. Just maybe there's a time limit for like defeating each one of the enemies. I don't know what they're going to do in order to do this, but I do know that they do have different rewards, such as Oroberyls, that you can obtain. So that's pretty much the event. It's not going to be anything groundbreaking, as I said. I just want to make sure that a lot of you guys have your expectations kind of at the right level, because as much as we want some strategy, we want something unique in order to test our builds. This event, if it's the same as the beta, this will not be it. We just have to wait a little bit longer until we start to see the game develop a little bit more. I do have a video coming right before the event launches talking about where I think the combat is going. That's going to be an interesting video. I think a lot of you guys might like that one, but that's pretty much it for this one. I hope this kind of helped you guys prepare a little bit. Go into this with level expectations so you're not disappointed, and just try to have some fun. All right. This game's fantastic. It needs a little bit more time to cook. You know what I mean? So we just have to wait and see what the Arknights Endfield devs have to offer here. And if I'm wrong about any of this stuff, I'll make an updated video once I complete the event. All right. So anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. Thank you to today's sponsor, Loot Bar, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.